Hi, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, March 3rd, 2023, is from the Gospel of John, chapter 3, verses 25 through 30. Now a discussion arose between some of John's disciples and a Jew over purification. And they came to John and said to him, Rabbi, he who was with you across the Jordan, to whom you bore witness, look, he is baptizing, and all are going to him. John answered, a person cannot receive even one thing unless it is given to him from above. You yourselves bear witness that I said, I am not the Christ, but I have been sent before him. The one who has the bride is the bridegroom. The friend of the bridegroom, whom stands and hears him, rejoices greatly at the bridegroom's voice. Therefore, this joy of mine is now complete. He must increase, but I must decrease. John's disciples, still not understanding who Jesus is, are jealous for John and protective of his ministry of baptism. They are concerned that Jesus is baptizing people and taking John's ministry away from him. But John assures them he tries to ease their fears over what Jesus is doing. He explains to them everything, including his ministry and Jesus' ministry, must come from God. He reminds them that he is not the Christ. He is not the Messiah. And then he gives them an analogy to highlight what he is telling them. The one who has the bride is the bridegroom, no one else. A friend of the bridegroom only stands by and hears him and rejoices greatly at his voice. The friend of the bridegroom is not the bridegroom, but as a friend rejoices for the bridegroom. In other words, John is not the Messiah, but rejoices at the voice of the Messiah and his for being joined to his bride, in this case, Israel. John is not going to be jealous about Jesus' ministry. Jesus is the Lamb of God. Jesus' fame must increase, while John's fame must decrease. The focus must now be on Jesus, the Messiah, and John accepts this truth. His disciples must accept it as well. A prophet is not the Son of God. John must decrease, and Jesus must increase. This is a good lesson for us as well. It is a good lesson that our will must also decrease, while Jesus' will in us must increase. As people of faith, what is important is not ourselves, but rather Christ in us. It is not our will we need to satisfy or bear witness to, but it is Christ's will we need to bear witness and to satisfy. Go in peace. Serve the Lord.